Oh, we are live! How are we, lads? Come on, the footy! The footy spot! Guys, subscribe to the channel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! The Cowboys win it! Woo! Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to another video. I have had 2 days off. I took 2 days off. I just thought to myself, I went up to Magic Round. I went up there last Wednesday. I got back here Monday night and I thought to myself, have a night off on Monday, have a night off last night. I was going to do my tips last night around 9 o'clock, but thanks to, I had a few issues last night. The internet was cutting out. My data and hotspot wasn't working, so I thought, fuck it. I'll have the night off, and I'm now fresh. I'm ready to go. My voice has recovered from Magic Round. If you haven't seen the vlogs, go and check them out. Magic Round Day 1 vlog, Day 2, Day 3. They were fantastic. Magic Round was outstanding. Also, in 1 hour and 35 minutes from now will be the Rugby League Breakdown podcast at 7 p.m. So an hour and 35 minutes from now will be the podcast. So I'm relaxed, I'm fresh, and I'm ready to go for round 11 of the NRL. It's going to be a fantastic round of footy. Hello to everyone in the live chat. Hello to Luke, Melbourne Storm fan. Hello to Jason Reader. Hello to Nighthawk Gaming. We got Piripi in the chat. Hello, Piripi. Hope you're well, mate. Damien from Newcastle. Hope you're doing well, mate. We got Double X, GTA Beast, X Jack D in the chat as well. We've got a few people rolling in. We've got about 11 people in the live chat as we speak. Also, last week, nobody won the giveaway for the football, unfortunately. Someone had 16 to 8 or 16 to 6. Oh, not 16 to 6, sorry. 16 8, 16 10. Some people went close, but wasn't to be. But, fellas, round 11 of the NRL, it's going to be a great round of footy. A lot of great games. I think Super Saturday is probably the best day this weekend. If you have a look at the NRL draw for round 11 this weekend, I think Super Saturday is where it's at. There's a lot of great games on Saturday, but I think every game's looking pretty good this weekend. But, lads, without further ado, let's get into it. And round 11 of the NRL kicks off tomorrow night down there at McDonald Jones Stadium in Newcastle at 7:50 p.m. It is the Newcastle Knights up against the Brisbane Broncos. Let me get it up on the screen here for you fellas. There we go. Knights and the Broncos. Should be a good game, this one. Ins and outs for the Newcastle Knights. Anthony Milford will play his first game for the Newcastle Knights at 5'8" against his former team and the Brisbane Broncos. That's going to be very interesting. The Anthony Milford Cup, you might as well say. Who else is back for the Newcastle Knights? Brodie Jones is in the reserves. Tyson Frizzell returns into the back row. Adam Clune will start at halfback as well. Gagai's in the reserves, so he'll be 50-50 if he plays or not. As for the Broncos, they are 1 through to 17, although there is a question mark on Tamare Martin if he'll play. If not, Cobbo will go to fullback and Jordan Pereira will probably go on to the wing. Knights versus Broncos. This is going to be a very interesting game, this one. Broncos, $1.45 favourites. Newcastle at $2.75. The Knights will be a lot better this week. Obviously, they had a win over the Bulldogs last week. It wasn't anything to be proud of, but they got away with the result. The Broncos, on the other hand, they were outstanding last week against the Seagulls. They beat them 38 points to 0 up there at Suncorp Stadium. Everyone was in shock. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I am going to lean towards the Broncos, but I reckon this is going to be a tighter game than what people think. Everyone seems to think the Broncos are going to win this game between 20 to 30 points. I think we're going to get a closer game than I think the Knights will be up for this. Back at Newcastle, getting a couple of troops back. Milford's in the halves, which is going to be quite interesting. Gagai could be back. Frizzell is back as well. I'm going to go the Broncos by 10. I'll go with the scoreline of the Broncos 26 points to 16. Closer game than what people think. I'm going to go first try scorer. I'm going to go with Jordan Ricky to score the first try in the back row. I think Anthony Milford defensively will be a little bit shot. And I reckon Jordan Ricky will score the first try, and anytime try scorer, I'll go with Dominic Young. Dominic Young will score a try in the end, but I'm going the Broncos by 10 on Thursday night football. Now let's go to the next game, which is on Friday night, 6 p.m. It is the West Tigers versus the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. The Tigers are $1.60. The Bulldogs at $2.35. The Tigers, Luke Brooks is out with a hamstring problem, and also Jake Simpkins out as well with an injury as well. Oliver Gildard's a chance on playing. He's in jersey number 19. Michaela is also a chance, along with Alex Seyfarth. And Brent Naden, who left the Bulldogs midweek, is in the West Tigers reserve. So it'll be interesting to see if Brent Naden does play or not on Friday night. As for the Dogs, well, obviously Naden's not there anymore. Corey Waddell's also been ruled out. Raymond for Tyler Mariner, will he make his return? We don't know. He is in the reserves. I hope he plays. I think he's a big chance on playing as well. Jackson Tapine will go into the back row for Corey Waddell. Everything else for the Bulldogs seems to be pretty similar to last week. Averillo will play in the centers as well. The Tigers. Last week against the Cowboys, I thought the Tigers were competitive for a while, but they sort of faded away in that second half. And as for the Bulldogs, well, they were absolutely diabolical last week. Now, this game does worry me a little bit as well because the Tigers, when the Tigers are favourites, it's always a worry because when they're favourites, the pressure gets to them and they crumble a lot. The Bulldogs have had the week from hell. They've lost their coach, Trent Barrett. He has stood down. He's left. He was going to get sacked anyway, but he ended up quitting. The Tigers at Leichhardt Oval, expected to win. They're favourites. It has me worried. I am going to tip the Tigers on the back of Jackson Hastings, but I'm telling you, this is a danger game for the Tigers simply because the Bulldogs have had the week from hell. They've got absolutely nothing to lose. Mick Potter's now the interim coach. This game does worry me a little bit. It is a bit of a flip of the coin, but I am going to go the West Tigers by 8 points. Absolutely no confidence. I'm going to go the Tigers. I'll go 20 points to 12. I'll go first try scorer. I'm going to go with Jackson Hastings' first try scorer. His first try in the NRL, I reckon, will come this weekend. I reckon he'll score the first try. Anytime try scorer, I'll go with Luciano Lua. But I'm going to go the Tigers by 8. Absolutely no confidence. But look, I reckon Tigers will win. But I think it'll be a close game on Friday night. Let's go to the other game on Friday night, which is the main game on Friday night. 7:55 p.m. at CommBank or Bank West or Western Sydney Stadium, whatever you want to call it. It is an old rivalry. It is the Eels versus the Seagulls. Parramatta versus Manly Friday night out there at Parramatta. Parramatta are favourites here at $1.40. Manly at $3. Parramatta, Marata Niukore returns. He'll be on the bench for the Eels. It's good to see Marata Niukore back. Ryan Madison will start at lock with Nathan Brown shifting back to the bench. Also, jersey number 24 is Micah Sevo. Sevo is a chance on playing, so we'll see how Sevo goes. We'll see if he plays on Friday night. As for the Seagulls, Josh Schuster is back. He will come off the bench for Manly. That's a big inclusion for Manly. Lachlan Croker's still there. Everything else for Manly seems to be the same. Metro Boyovich is out, so that'll bring who's in for Manly? What? Christian, I don't know who the fuck's in for Manly. What? Koala or Harper? I think Harper's back for Manly. Look, for this game, I think this is going to be another close game. I'm worried about this game as well because Parramatta should win. They're back at home. Parramatta lost to the Roosters last week. Now they're playing Manly. Manly got thumped 38 points to 0 last week. Manly need to turn it around, and they need to bounce back. I am going to tip Parramatta, sorry. I am going to tip Parramatta only because it's at Bank West. If this game was at Brookvale Oval, I would have went Manly. But this is a danger game for Parramatta. I think Parramatta win. I'm going to go Parramatta by 4. I think this will be a closer game than what people think. I'll go with a scoreline of Parramatta 20, Manly 16. I'll go first try scorer, Ruben Garrick. Anytime try scorer, I'll go with Bailey Simonson. But look, if you're a betting man, I'd be getting on the 1-12 margin for this game because I don't see Parramatta putting a score on Manly. And Manly have a lot to prove this week that they need to bounce back. So I'm going Parra by 4. But I'll tell you what, if you're a Parramatta fan, this is a danger game on Friday night. I'm telling you right now, it's a fucking danger game. Now let's go to Super Saturday. I think this is my favorite day of the weekend with the games that we've got up our hands. Saturday afternoon, 3 o'clock at Nostrada Jubilee Stadium down there at Cogra. It's the Dragons versus the Warriors. The Dragons $1.60. The Warriors at $2.40. These sides played back in round 1, and the Dragons did win that game by 12 points up there at the Sunshine Coast Stadium. Now, Josh Maguire's out for the Dragons, which means Jack Jajeski will start in the back row. Michael Mollo will make his Dragons debut off the bench, which is good to see. Jackson Ford is not playing. So who's been dropped here? Tyrell Sloan's been dropped, which will bring Cody Ramsey to fullback, which is a very interesting selection from Coach Anthony Griffin, and Bryce stays at hooker. Francis Mollo will wear jersey number 18 because I believe they're going to be doing this in honor of Johnny Raper. So jersey number 8 will not be worn this weekend. As for the Warriors, Ewan Aiken's back in the back row, which will shift Jack Mercy to lock. Freddie Lussick will go off the bench with Ben Murdoch-Masila, Aaron Panay, and Bunty Afoa. Eli Cattell has been dropped again, which I don't understand. Chanel Harris-Tavares in the reserves as well. Everything else for the Warriors seems to be the same, except everything else seems to be the same for the New Zealand Warriors. For this game, I'm really worried about this game. I don't know which way to go. Will the Dragons get up at Cogra for Johnny Raper? Will the Warriors bounce back after pulling off a remarkable second half comeback last week? I don't know which way to go here, but I'm going to lean towards the Dragons only because the Dragons are at home. I think the Dragons can win this game at Cogra. I think it'll be a very close game. I'm going to go the Dragons by 6. I'm going to go with a scoreline of the Dragons 24, the Warriors 18. First try scorer, I'm going to go with Jack Bird in the back row to score the first try. Anytime try scorer, I'll go with Marcelo Montoya. Should be a good game, but I'm going to go the Dragons by 6 on Saturday afternoon. Now let's go to Saturday night football, 5:30 p.m. live up there in Townsville. This is the game of the round by far. It is second versus third. It's the Cowboys versus the Storm. And my cousins decided to interrupt me for whatever reason. You want to say something to the people? No, camera shy. Fair enough. Saturday. I know. I'm mucking around. Gee whiz. Calm down. Sorry about that, fellas. Anyway, Saturday night, 5:30 p.m. up there in Townsville. This is going to be a great game. Cowboys versus Storm. Game of the round. Storm in second. Cowboys in third. Blockbuster alert, lads. Saturday night. The Cowboys, they are 1-17. They have made no changes, although after the Cowboys game last week, I was getting photos with the players. Peter Hiku had heaps of ice on his ankle. He was limping. Didn't look good. I would not be surprised if the hammer goes to center and Granville goes to the bench before kickoff. I would not be surprised. As for the Melbourne Storm, Nelson Solomona is out with an injury, which is a big loss. Pubbenhausen's still not back. And Jerome Hughes has been named to play halfback for Melbourne, which I'm surprised about. I didn't think there was any chance I'm playing. And Eisenhuth is on the extended bench in jersey number 20. Cowboys have won 5 in a row. They're flying at the moment. Melbourne are favourites here as well, which is not surprising. Melbourne $1.50, Cowboys $2.60. Look, I'm going to get called bias here, but I am going to tip the Cowboys. With the form that the Cowboys are in, my team is playing some great football. And with the form they're in, why would I go against the Cowboys at the moment? They're playing great football. Would not be surprised if Melbourne win. But as a Cowboys fan, we've won 5 in a row. Until we lose a game, got to keep backing your boys in. So I'm going to go the Cowboys I'm going to go the Cowboys by 4. I'm going to go with the scoreline of the Cowboys 18, the Storm 14. First try scorer, I'm going to go with Tom Dearden to score the first try, and anytime try scorer. I reckon Xavier Coates will score a try in the corner for Melbourne as well. But, lads, Cowboys Storm, second versus third, game of the round. Can't wait. I'm going the Cowboys by 4. Should be a cracker. Now, the other game on Saturday night also is a blockbuster game. Saturday night, 7:35 p.m. at the SCG, Sydney Cricket Ground. Sydney Roosters, Penrith Panthers. What a game this is going to be. Another top 4 clash for the weekend. Penrith, they are $1.30 favourites. The Roosters at $3.50. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be an absolute cracker on Saturday night. The ins and outs for the Roosters. Victor Radley is out. I'm being interrupted again. Sorry. What's up? Nah, I'm all good. All good. Yeah, Roosters and Penrith, guys, on Saturday night, 7:35 p.m. Victor Radley is out, so that'll mean Nat Butcher will start at lock for the Roosters, which will bring Drew Hutchison back to the interchange bench as well. And Egan Butcher, is he playing Egan Butcher? No, Egan's not playing as well. So they start Nat Butcher over Radley because Radley's out with an ankle injury as well. As for the Panthers, they are 1 through to 17. No changes for the Panthers from last week. Roosters Panthers on Saturday night. The odds for the game are good in this one. Penrith $1.30, Roosters $3.50. This is going to be a good game, this one. I actually reckon, I believe the Roosters can win. I think they are a chance of winning this game, the Roosters, but I am going to lean towards Penrith. I just think at the moment, Penrith, they're playing too well. Can anybody beat Penrith right now? Probably not. I don't know who can beat Penrith right now. They are flying. It's their comp to lose at this point, fellas. It's their comp to lose. I think this will be a really close game, though. This will be a 1-12 game for mine. But I'm going to go Penrith. Penrith by 7. I reckon it'll be one of those games where Penrith are up 6 and then maybe a late field goal from Nathan Cleary. I says the game. So I'm going to go Penrith to win. I'm going to go Penrith 17 points to 10. First try scorer, Brian To'o. Anytime try scorer. I'm going to go with Paul Momorowski against his old side. He'll score a try on Saturday night. But Panthers to win this game by 7. Should be a close one. But I'm going Penrith by 7 on Saturday night. Now, Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock, live from Dubbo, Apex Oval. This is going to be a cracking game, this one as well. Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock at Dubbo. It's the Rabbitohs versus the Raiders. This should be a good game, this one. South Sydney at $1.55 favourites. Canberra at $2.55. Ins and outs for South. Jacob Host is out with a broken arm. I saw it live in front of me. I think it was an arm or shoulder. So Host is fucked. He's out. So Trent Peoples will start in the back row, which is not bad, which will bring, well, that's about it for South, actually. That's the only change I got. Host out, so what's his name? Trent Peoples in the back row. As for Canberra, Jack White returns at 5'8" for the Green Machine. Matt Frawley will go to halfback, and Brad Snyder's been dropped to the reserves, which I'm not surprised about. Adam Elliott, jersey number 18, and Emre Gula, jersey number 23. This is going to be a really good game. This one. Canberra have won 2 in a row. Souths have been a bit up in the air, but they did bounce back last week against the Warriors. This game's at Dubbo, so this game means a lot to the Rabbitohs. And last time they played at Dubbo, they got pumped by 50 against Penrith last year. This is going to be a great game, and you know what? Call me crazy, but the Canberra Raiders are my specials of the weekend. The Raiders will win this game. I reckon the Raiders are specials of the weekend. I reckon they're going to win this one. Canberra, they seem to find some belief in the team. They're finding their confidence. They're starting to get things going. They're looking a lot better. South, on the other hand, one good half against the fucking Warriors. They almost blew it. They led 32-6 last week against the fucking Warriors and ended up winning 32-30. They were hanging on for their lives at the end. Until South Sydney can get things going, find some, a full 80-minute performance, I'm going to back Canberra. Canberra have won 2 in a row. They destroyed Cronulla last week. Sharks were terrible, though. But I'm going Canberra this week. Canberra are my specials of the round. So I'm going the Raiders. I'm going the Raiders by 2. This will be a high-scoring game, I reckon, on Sunday afternoon. I'm going to go the Raiders. I'm going to go 28 points to 26. First try scorer, I'm going to go with Hudson Young. Anytime try scorer. You know what? Why not? Trent Peebles will score a try. So, look, I reckon Raiders will win this. Raiders are my specials of the weekend. Canberra will beat Souths on Sunday afternoon. Should be a high-scoring and entertaining game. And the final game of the round, Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock, live on the Gold Coast from Cbus Super Stadium. It is the Titans versus the Sharks. And for some reason, my computer is just frozen. Bear with me, guys. I've just got a problem here. Bear with me. Apologies about the small drama that I have in front of me. Give me 1 second. And now my odds aren't fucking working. Fuck me dead. Technical difficulties live on the Nick From Show YouTube channel. You love to see it sometimes. Fuck me dead. All right, there we go. I think things are working better. There we go. Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock from Cbus Super Stadium on the Gold Coast. It's the Titans versus the Sharks. This game has potential to be a decent one, but what Titans are going to show up? And the Sharks as well. Sharks haven't been good the last couple of weeks as well. All right, the Gold Coast. Brian Kelly is in the reserves along with Jamin Jolliffe, Paddy Herbert, and Will Smith. So it'll be interesting to see if any of those players come in. Everything else is the same from last week. As for Cronulla, Dale Finucane and Jack Williams are out. Dale Finucane's out with a bad concussion. So that means McGuinness will start at lock. And Royce Hunt, who I thought was great last week in a beaten side, he will start in the front row. Andrew Fifita returns for Jack Williams. Good. It's good to see Andrew Fifita back for the Sharks as well. And on debut at fullback is young Lachlan Miller for the Sharks. Nico Hines finally goes back to halfback. At fullback last week, he was diabolical against the Raiders. For this game, I reckon the Sharks win. I reckon they win 13 plus, but not by a big 13 plus. I reckon the Sharks win this game by about 16 points. I'm going to go to the Sharks here. 32 points to 16. I reckon this will be a closer game than what people think. So Sharks, 32 points to 16. First try scorer, I'll go the young kid on debut, Lachlan Miller, to score the first try. And anytime try scorer, well, Sia Fatalikai needs a big game, and he's up against Philip Sami this weekend. So defensively, Philip Sami's going to have to get his shoulders ready. So Talakai will need to explode this weekend. But I'm going the Sharks by 16. I think this will be a decent game, but Sharks will run away with it towards the end. So I'll go through the tips real quick in case you missed it. I'm going the Broncos 1-12. I'm going the West Tigers 1-12 as well. Parramatta Eels 1-12. I'm going the Dragons 1-12. Cowboys 1-12. Penrith 1-12 as well. Canberra Raiders are my specials of the weekend. Raiders 1-12 and the Sharks to win 13 plus. But anyway, guys, I'm getting out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed my round 11 tips. I will see you guys in about an hour and 10 minutes at 7 o'clock. See you guys in about an hour and a half or hour and 10 minutes or so now for the Rugby League Breakdown podcast. So 7 p.m., guys. Make sure you tune in with me, Pro Enzo Vids, and All Out Champa for the Rugby League Breakdown podcast. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching my tips. I'll see you guys in about an hour for the podcast. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys then.